Lori's an interdisciplinary designer, filmmaker, educator, and she has a background in dance and theater. Lori's room features 11-sided walls, and the title of the room is Outside In. This work celebrates origins of art and design in nature. The poetry reflects on the strength, beauty, and fragility again, of our natural environment and how humans are either removed from or instinctually connected by nature and the wisdom it offers. Welcome, Lori.
Hi, Randy. How are you?
Good. I think
Very
everybody's
exciting
really
to be
excited
sharing.
by seeing your space.
Yeah, every time I come in, it looks different. It's quite amazing because in the virtual space, it seems to be quite infinite in the possibilities.
Well, it just, for an opening question, you're also a dancer, and it seems to me that the qualities you attributed to nature, strength, beauty, and fragility, apply equally to the world of dance. Is this a connection you may have consciously or subconsciously expressed in your virtual space? And if so, please explain how.
I think there's something to that because for me, this project really started with the idea that humanity has separated itself from the natural environment. So I wanted to do an exploration on that theme. And as I started the project, I was filming and I was moving when I was filming. And then it reminded me that movement is essential to almost everything that I do. And in this sense, when I was able to create a virtual space, I got very excited about the fact that I could combine poetry, film, and design into one space, and movement tended to be a theme throughout it. And I think these elements are not that different from dance in the sense that you're putting yourself out there on a stage. And poetry, when you make poetry, you are revealing an inner world, and when you dance, it's really the same thing.
Well, I understand, I think from previous conversations with you, that you're a canoeist. And I was just wondering if you could describe the collage of images of nature that you used in your room, which I understand may have been gathered from all parts of Canada, and your concept for integrating them into a virtual space.
Yes, I do love paddling. And actually, the image we see right now, I'm paddling and filming at the same time. And for water, when I explored water on film, the theme came out of resilience. And so the poem then became all about resilience and water being the metaphor for that. And then when the air part came in, that is literally me flying over a forest on a gondola. And the air part for me was a lot about connectivity. So the theme of connecting to nature, connecting to people came through while I was filming over the trees. And then the third theme was Earth itself. And that for me was a lot more about power, and the power that you feel when you walk on the Earth, and the power that the Earth has over us and the power that we have over the Earth. So that's really the three elements. And I'm excited to see how these rooms evolve over the next few months because as you know, we're still working on integrating certain elements, and I'm really, really thrilled to be working with our design team on this, Emmanuel and Cicely.
Mm-hmm. Well, those elements you mentioned are, they're very topical considering the kind of abuse that our given environment is under these days, and especially when you talk about water having resilience, it needs it, and I think your work here is very, very timely, and I think it's fantastic.
Thank you. I really felt that until humans fully accept that we are not separate from nature or necessarily more special than nature, many of our intrinsic problems won't be solved. And not that I was trying to be political in this poetry, I was actually really just trying to create a room that made people feel serene, a place that people would feel comfortable and connect to nature virtually, which seemed to be a bit of a theme throughout the pandemic. People flocked to nature again during times of trouble.
Well, I think your images get across the message very clearly, and it's wonderful work, Lori.
Well, thanks, Randy. I've been enjoying the process.
I'm told that we're we're a bit ahead of schedule, so there's no rush. Is there anything more you want to say about your space or the process in deciding how to use it?
Uh, yeah, I think for me, being able to make a film first and then develop the poetry afterwards was just by happenstance, because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to write about. I initially wrote a poem, but it didn't work with the theme. So for me, the process was brand new and very exciting, something I've never ever explored before, where I could mix three very, very unique elements together. And for me, this was a wonderful experience. And I didn't know where it was going to lead me. So there was no pre plan, it was completely organic, like the space itself.
Well, you probably ended up where you subconsciously needed to go.
I think I did actually. Yeah.
Well,
It was
thank you
wonderful.
very much, Laurie. It was a pleasure to
All
talk to you.
right.